Did you see those disgusting cards that McKenna sent out this year? Marj? Marj?
If you want cheering up, there's an incredibly cute baby out there, but everyone's fussing over it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, well, I reckon her mind's made up.
She hasn't missed maths since whatever.
Welcome, Alison. Get tired of blonde jokes. I thought you were going to be away a couple of days.
I was.
Huh? Time flies when you're having whatever it is I'm supposed to be having.
Oh, sorry about the mess. When I arrived home last night, you and Sammy were tucked up tight in your little bed, so I dropped everything and hit the sack.
It's okay. Won't disturb anything until the crash investigation team gets in.
Oh, and whilst you're on your travels, if you come across any clean socks, I have an awful feeling I'm out of some.
Ah, clean socks. I remember them well. I think I had a pair once.
So how was your Christmas?
Actually, it wasn't that bad.
Well, what'd you do?
Killer and I had a breakfast, a power breakfast of dog roll omelette, and then I went round to Jenny's place, had lunch. Pretty good day, all in all. What about you?
Oh, it was nice to be home. Families can get a bit much, though. Especially when everyone's tippy-toeing around, desperately trying not to say anything about weddings or boyfriends.
Yeah, I bet.
Christmas presents I got. An amazing amount of household appliances. You know, the presents you'd get, say, as a wedding, is it?
I can see how there'd be a few going spare.
Yeah, like the embroidered pillowcases from my Aunt Mavis. One of them's got hers on it. The other one's blank, except for these little holes where the embroidery's been picked out.
Look, are you sure you're up to going to work? I mean, having to deal with Chris and everything?
Yeah, I'm fine. No big deal, really. Hey, Sammy, Merry Christmas plus 3 days.
Yeah, thanks, same to you. Hey, love the hair, man. Julia Roberts, right?
Yeah, I'm not convinced. All good cheer and smiles.
Yeah, well, you'd know better than anybody else, wouldn't you?
Me? I'm different, man. I mean, totally different. I'm a survivor. Remember?
Uh-oh. Alison's working on the same shift as Chris today. That should be interesting. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if she rang up sick. I reckon I would.
Who's ringing in sick?
No one. I just noticed that Alison had to work with Chris today. I'm just saying that if it was me...
You'd let your personal problems get in the way of your work?
No, but I just...
I'm glad to hear it. The same goes for us all, Alison included. Right, here's Annabelle Phillips' card. She's been discharged later this morning.
How is she?
Oh, she'll live. And at least the baby will get some proper care now. Her parents have authorised the adoption.
Well, who's to say what the adopted parents will be like?
Social welfare for a start.
Oh, so the government's never known to be wrong, then?
What's your problem, Marj?
Nothing. I just don't think a baby should be taken away from its mother, that's all.
The mother is a 15-year-old child who doesn't want the baby anyway.
Oh, she might think she doesn't. But wait till she's older. And every year on the baby's birthday, she thinks about it with strangers, not even knowing if it's alive or not. Wait till she cries herself to sleep, wondering how on earth she ever did such a thing.
All right, Marj, there's no need to work yourself up.
I'm not getting worked up. Not at all.
Whoa, babe, a clock. Is this where a bloke comes for a spotted treatment?
Down, Timmy, down.
Excuse me, this is a medical centre for sick people. A bit of consideration wouldn't go astray.
All right, boys, keep it down. I'm sorry. You wouldn't be able to point us in the direction of the ambulance bay, would you? That's where we have to start.
Start what?
What we're here for? Work.
I don't reckon I'll be home for tea tonight. Probably get something at Serena's.
Well, why don't you both come round home? I was disappointed she didn't come with you last night.
Thought you didn't want her within 100 miles of the house.
Okay, don't rub it in. I was wrong. She's a lot nicer than I thought.
Yeah, that's what she said about you.
Oh.
Of course, that doesn't mean much. She thought you were pretty stink before.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
No, I asked her to come round, but she said me and you should spend a little more time together. Anyway, I'd better head off.
Well, will you be home tonight after dinner?
Dunno. If I won't be coming, I'll let you know.
All right. Wait a minute. Why don't you take Serena out somewhere?
Oh, no, we're okay. Her dad's cheque just came through.
That's for her to live on. She shouldn't be supporting you as well. Of course, you could always get yourself a job. There's still plenty of the holidays left.
Yeah. Hey, maybe McKenna needs a brain surgeon or something.
Nick, if you're going to play adult games, you've got to start being a bit responsible.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have to get to work, even if some people don't. Here, take it.
Okay, thanks.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, Nick, are you going to see Serena?
Yeah.
Could you tell her I want to talk to her?
Why?
None of your business. Just tell her.
Hey, Tim, you guys, I thought I told you to keep this stuff out of the way.
Yeah, sorry, don't. I'm sorry about that, mate. You tell these drongos something that sails in one ear, bypasses their tiny brain and whistles straight out the other.
No worries, mate. Just keep it clear in case there's an emergency.
You have my word, mate.
You okay, Mrs. Mayor?
Hey, you a doctor?
Yes, why? Big mistake, Meredith.
I've got this little problem. You could take a look at it for me.
Believe me, he means little.
We're sorry, guys. We don't do the kind of surgery you need. Try a vet.
Great, a bunch of sexist builders. Just what we need.
I ask this purely out of idle curiosity.
Good morning, Carrie.
Yes. Why is it that suddenly, everywhere I turn, I see hordes of loud, hairy men in overalls with hammers and ladders?
Get used to it. It's the beginning of the building expansion. I'm sure I told you.
Well, you mentioned Michael planned to bring the work through sometime, but I didn't expect them to march in and take over the clinic while he's still in Australia.
He had to take them when he could get them. Do you know how hard it is to get builders at this time of year?
Not hard at all, from what I can see. They're all over the show, getting in everyone's way, and they really are making an appalling amount of noise.
Well, I'm terribly sorry, but that's what builders do.
You think it's funny?
I think it's necessary, and it's going to get worse. But the upshot will be better facilities, more room.
Well, that's all very well, but a bit of consultation would have been nice. Then possibly we could have organised to work around them.
What's there to organise? For heaven's sake, I'm sorry I didn't give you a week's notice in triplicate. But I'm not going to send them away just because you're in the mood to be difficult.
This is not difficult. If you want to see difficult, just let them come tramping their muddy boots into my reception area one more time.
Your reception area? I'll have a word to them, all right?
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes a very nice meal with poached egg, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought you might like it. Okay then, Deirdre, I better go. Bye.
These are for filing, Marj. Can you pull me a card for Mr. Willis, please? Marj. History card, Mr. Willis.
So I'll leave you here. That's all you have to do. I'll leave you here to fix everything up.
Thanks so much.
I need a nurse to help me with the dressing. Exam room 2, please.
I'll go. There's no need, huh?
It's okay.
I was going to go, you know. I just needed a few seconds to prepare myself.
Hey, take your time. Nobody's breathing down your neck about it.
That's what you think.
Okay, so that's 2 on wholemeal, 1 on rye, and 1 on white.
Nick said you wanted me.
Oh, hi, yeah. I talked to Frank.
Great.
About the job.
Yeah, what did he say?
No, well, you know Frank.
No, I don't.
All right, well, I know Frank.
Well, what did he say?
What you'd expect him to, or what you would if you knew him. I got a 10-minute lecture about how tight money is and how I should be making do with less staff, not more.
Oh, well.
And what did I think he was? Some sort of job scheme? Well, you know Frank. Well, you don't, but anyway. Oh, great.
Oh, the charge of the dumb brigade.
Yo, love of my life. Some food would be good.
What do you want?
What do you got?
Got any pies?
Yeah, and sausage rolls.
You do cheeseburgers?
Whoa, I've got customers waiting, all right?
Yeah, but not as good looking as us, eh?
Ignore him, he's crass. I'm the sophisticated one in the bunch. Want to go back to my place for a meaningful relationship?
Just give me your order again.
Order? You want to know my order? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Order.
Order who?
We ought to get to know each other better.
It's pathetic. I've heard toilets flushing that are funnier.
It's all right, Gina. I'll deal to them. If you gentlemen would like to sit down.
We like it here. The view's better.
I suppose you should be flattered, Gina. A lot of blokes would rather hang round outside a gym. I suppose if the sight of all those skimpy leotards don't turn you on. I'll sort those guys out and then I'll get out of your way.
Yeah, right. Oh, actually, I was hoping you could start today.
Start what?
Well, the job.
You said I didn't have it.
No, I didn't. I just said that Frank gave me a huge lecture, but he always does that. The fact is that Megan's resigned and, well, we need someone to take over as soon as possible. When can you start?
Well, whenever. Now, straight away.
Excellent.
I'm here to get this off. Arlott's the name. A-R-L-O-T-T. Saw that story in the papers last week. Abandoned baby. Kids these days. No responsibility. Just walk away and leave for somebody else to look after. No wonder the country's going to wreck and ruin.
How do you spell your name again?
A-R-L-O-T-T. I said that.
Well, you're not in here.
Of course I am. You're doing something wrong.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Is this place always this incompetent? So why you didn't lose that baby?
What's the matter?
Oh, it's locked again. I've had enough.
Oh, Marj?
Sorry, it won't take me a minute to sort this out. If you could just take a seat.
What's her problem? She a bit gaga or something?
Carrie, could you find me a nurse for in here, please?
Yes, Dr. Warner. Alison?
I'll go. You did the drugs inventory, eh?
You can't expect everyone to keep covering for you indefinitely.
I don't expect it. I'm as professional as anyone. I don't intend my personal feelings to get in the way of my work. And my well-meaning friends went so fast off the mark, maybe I get a chance to prove it.
I mean, not only can you hardly move in the ambulance boat because of all the mess they've made, but man, you should hear some of the things they're saying to the girls.
Trust me, we know.
Don't worry about it. They're only men, they can't help that.
Still, they should start showing a little respect.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't seen Marj around, have you?
Not lately, why?
Oh, it's not important. Hi.
Did you?
You seem to be working an awful lot of hours for just one can of drink, or are you still paying off next breakfast?
I'm an official employee now.
Oh, great. Must be good to have the extra money.
Yeah, it'll come in handy when Dad's rent checks don't come through, which is most of the time.
Well, I wish you could get Nick to follow your example. I've been trying to tell him he should get a job.
Nick?
Well, I know he can be a bit lazy.
A bit. He makes a glacier look hyperactive.
Well, don't let him take advantage of you. He will if he gets half a chance.
Well, I'm not that soft. Anyway, he wouldn't sponge off me. He wouldn't dare.
Ooh. Got that swab?
Mm-hmm.
There we are.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
We're right here, Alison. Let's go.
Yes, so am I.
You sure?
Yes, thanks.
This is going to need a dressing.
Yes, Doctor.
And we'll need tetanus.
Would you like me to dress it?
No, I'll do it. Could you get the tetanus shot?
Yes, Dr. Warner.
Excuse me. Alison. Look, I realise things are going to be a bit tense for a while, but could we at least try to act like friends?
Sorry, I'm not that good an actress. And to you, I'm Nurse Rayner.
You know, I reckon we should do something to celebrate your new job.
I thought we just did.
No, I mean, I thought you might like to go to a gig. Heathen Filth and Migraine are playing with a couple of other bands.
I don't know if I can afford to. I don't get paid until the end of the week.
It's my shout. I got some bread out of Mum.
Yeah? Oh, that'd be great.
Okay. Uh-oh, Headwater's just come in. Better get me a drink before she kicks me out.
Okay, won't be a sec.
Yo, Nick.
Simon.
How's the holidays?
Great.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Hey?
Bit of a rumour going around you got yourself a babe.
Yeah, well, I figured it was about time I changed my cool loner image.
What's she like?
Okay.
You done the wild thing yet?
Well, what do you reckon?
Here you go.
Oh, thanks. Oh, while you're here,
Hey, Serena, can you take this in for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
You wouldn't want to meet that coming the other way on a dark night. Eh? Haven't I seen her in one of those Living Dead films? Man, I'm amazed they let her hang around here, putting people off their food. You know her?
Just some kid from school.
Oh, yeah, well, I reckon I'll head down to the burger bar. The help there's better looking. They've got a rule. They only hire humans. I might see you and your babe down at the migraine gig. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Look, you wouldn't believe how well I played. It was like there was a telepathic bond between me and the little white ball.
So, you won the tournament?
No, some Tasmanian golf pro disguised as a doctor. Not that it mattered. We were all there for the party afterwards anyway.
OK, messages. Urgent, mildly important, and when you get round to it.
OK, so any word from the builders yet?
Plenty of words about them, mainly from Carrie.
Ugh.
They started today.
Yeah, what's Carrie's problem?
I think mainly that they were breathing the same air as the nursing staff without her permission. I had a word to the foreman, and we've agreed they'll keep out of the more sensitive areas.
Oh, good. Well, look, one thing. Can you organise some flowers for me? A couple of dozen long-stem roses would be good.
Sure. Who did you want the card made out to?
It's all right, you're busy. I'll take care of it myself.
That's what you're here for, isn't it?
Well, it's not what you're here for. I want a doctor.
Dr. Warner will be with you as soon as your cast is off.
The damage will be done by then.
It's a perfectly simple procedure.
Oh, they always are till they go wrong. They said I'd see a doctor, and what do I get?
You please hold still.
Some girl, fresh out of nursing school, telling me what I need to know or not know. Ow!
I asked you to hold still.
I want a doctor. A male doctor. Someone who knows what he's doing.
Excellent. You know, most of my patients don't like me taking their casts off. They say I'm a bit rough. But what I say is the ability to feel pain is a sign of healthy tissue. So let's see what we can stir up, eh? Ooh, damn, I'm always doing that.
Wait a minute.
No, she'll be right.
Maybe the nurse should do it.
Mr. Arnott, you're not wimping out on me, are you?
Well, I don't want to hurt the young lady's feelings.
Well, if you insist. Off you go, Nurse Rayner. Oh, yes, look at that. Oh, there we go. Lovely job. I can't imagine what all the fuss was about.
There was no fuss. Is that all, Doctor?
I guess for now.
They have to do their job the same as us. They probably think that we're in their way.
Oh, we're not the ones following them around, tossing off sexist wisecracks.
Exactly.
You don't even know who we're talking about.
Yes, I do. You're talking about those builders. They were over here before, carrying on like a bunch of yobbos.
It's because they are a bunch of yobbos.
Well, I think the young one's kind of cute.
Oh, you would. There's no excuse for that kind of behaviour in this day and age. I mean, how many laws against sexual harassment does it take before they get the message?
Oh, Neanderthals like those? Oh, come on. They're still struggling with the mechanics of standing up now. But all you can do is to tell them to hook off with language they understand, like sign language.
Once the novelty wears off, they'll settle down and we probably won't even notice they're there.
Oh, yeah, right. Come on.
Reckon I might head off.
Yeah, okay. Hey, who was that guy I saw you with? Seen him around school.
Probably. See you tonight, eh?
Yeah, okay. I'll get home early. I'm really looking forward to the gig.
Well, that guy, you see, he said you can't get tickets. I don't feel like going out tonight anyway. Reckon I'd rather just us stay home and order in a pizza.
Oh, that's a pity. It's going to be cool. Would have finally met some of your friends.
Well, what's wrong with just us spending an evening together?
Nothing.
Right. See you later then.
Bye.
Marj, I was worried about you before. I couldn't find you anywhere.
I went for a drive. I had to get away for a bit.
Is everything all right?
No, not really. But I could cope if people had stopped harassing me.
Anything you want to talk about?
Loath as I am to intrude on your little chat, I really would like to get out of here sometime before next Christmas.
There you go, Mr. Allis.
You what? I'm sorry. You misunderstood me. I wasn't making an offer on the building.
Now, look.
No, you look. I've spent most of the day waiting around, wasting my time. In between, I've had to put up with underqualified nurses, bullying doctors, and on more than one occasion, your woefully inadequate computer skills. Will you kindly add it up and tell me what I really owe you?
I'm not going to argue with you, Mr. Rowlett. That is what you owe.
In that case, I shall have to speak to someone with authority.
Well, speak to God Almighty for all I care. I've had it.
What?
Just a second. Kirsty, will you please check this gentleman's account?
What are you doing?
Is this a trick question?
You're in the staff room, the staff-only room. The public washroom's out there.
I know, and to get there I'd have to go through reception, which I've been asked not to do.
Does that surprise you, considering the way your workers have been behaving towards my staff?
Yes, I'm sorry about that. You try to talk to them, but the English language tends to be a bit over their heads.
You're their foreman. You should be able to control them.
I do. You haven't seen them when they're not being controlled. I mean, they're decent boys, really. They're just a bit short on the verbal skills. The only way they know how to tell a woman they're attracted to her is to wolf whistle. Wouldn't occur to them to simply look a woman straight in the eye and say, I find you extremely attractive.
Yes, well, all the same.
I'll have another word to them, see if we can't keep it down to a quiet roar.
Wait a minute, you needn't think... Nothing.
Here. It's all right, Marge. That man was impossible. He'd upset anyone.
Oh, it's not him. I mean, I can usually... You know, that sort of person. It's part of the job. Just that I've got other things on my mind.
Yeah, I know. We all understand. All that awful business with Daryl. But it's nearly a new year. We've got to put the past behind us, get on with our lives.
Oh, I'm trying to. But it keeps coming back at me. And now, on top of everything, there's this letter. From my daughter.
I didn't know you had a daughter.
Neither did anyone else until now.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think a change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see. Shortland Street.
Shortland Street was made with the help of your broadcasting fee, so you can see more of New Zealand On Air.